Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about the UCAT. This exam is sat by the majority of medical school applicants in the UK. In this video, I'll be giving a breakdown of what's in the UCAT. I'll be talking about the scoring system and I'll be giving you my top tips for scoring in the top 1% in the country. If you're new to this channel, my name is Brian. I'm a junior doctor working in London. I study medicine at the University of Cambridge and at Imperial College in London, where I also completed my PhD. So let's get into it. What is the UCAT? UCAT stands for University Clinical Aptitude Test. This test is used by medical school admissions teams to help shortlist the medical school applicants before interviews. The UCAT is split into 5 sections that test your scientific knowledge, your mental ability and your situational judgment. It is very likely that over the next couple of years, as we recover from COVID-19, that the UCAT will play an even more important role in deciding who gets an interview for medical school. The next thing I want to talk about is who should sit the UCAT. You should take the UCAT if the medical school that you're applying to requires it. Unfortunately, it is not possible to be exempt from sitting this test. There are 30 universities in the UK that ask their medical school applicants to sit the UCAT. By comparison, there are 8 universities in the UK that require the applicants to sit the BMAT, which is the other test sat by medical school applicants. However, the list of the 8 schools that require the BMAT do include the highly competitive University of Oxford and University of Cambridge, collectively known as Oxbridge. A full list of the 30 universities that ask their applicants to sit the UCAT can be found in the description box below. There, I've also included the list of universities that ask their applicants to sit the BMAT. It's important to note that you can only sit the UCAT once per application cycle, and therefore it is very important that when you sit the exam, you are as prepared as you can be. So that brings me on nicely to the next part of the video where I'll be giving some more information about the test itself. So firstly, how long is the UCAT? The UCAT is a 2-hour exam sat on a computer. You can take this exam at designated examination centres in the UK. I've included a list of all the centres in the description box below. The next thing I want to talk about is the format of the UCAT. The UCAT is split into 5 sections. You are not able to go back on a previous section once you have moved on to the next one. The 5 sections are split up into verbal reasoning, which is 22 minutes long, decision making, which is 32 minutes long, quantitative reasoning, which is 25 minutes long, abstract reasoning, which is 14 minutes long, and finally the situational judgment section, which is 27 minutes long. For all 5 sections, you are also given 1 minute at the start to read the instructions. As you can see from that list, the UCAT is designed to test the different skills that are expected of a doctor. This includes problem solving, communication, numerical skills, spatial awareness, integrity, empathy, and even team working. Okay, so that is a breakdown of all the different sections. The next thing I want to talk about, and what you're probably wondering, is how is the UCAT scored? The UCAT scoring system is composed of 2 different elements. You will get a score between 300 and 900 for the first 4 sections that I described earlier, and your UCAT result will be the sum of these values combined. You may also see the score for the UCAT displayed as a single 3-digit number. This will be the average of the score in those sections. The second part of the UCAT scoring system is a score for the situational judgment section alone. This will be a band between 1 to 4. So that's the scoring system. The next thing I want to talk about is how you can prepare for the UCAT. The best way to prepare for the UCAT is a mix between learning the right strategies for the test and practicing UCAT questions. There are plenty of high quality resources available online. Into Med School, the initiative that I created last year, has formed a formal partnership with Medify. If you apply and get accepted as a mentee on our mentorship program, you get 2 weeks of free access to Medify's UCAT resources. As well as using these resources, there are some other things that you can do to maximize your score. Firstly, I would suggest booking your test early. As I said earlier in the video, the UCAT is sat at designated testing sites around the UK. Because of this, you should book your test early to ensure that you get a time that best suits you. The sooner you book, the more choices you'll have for potential dates. You may also be thinking about sitting the BMAT, and booking early ensures that you have the best chance of picking a date that allows you to prepare for the UCAT as well as the BMAT. Another great way to maximize your chances of scoring well is to perform wider reading. Now, just by the nature of being scientifically minded and thinking about applying to study medicine, a lot of applicants are potentially most weak at verbal reasoning. If verbal reasoning isn't your strong suit, then work on it by reading newspapers and magazines. This is especially important if English isn't your first language. Okay, so I've tried to keep this video short. I'll be providing more tips and advice on the UCAT in the future. I've already completed and uploaded a series of 8 videos about the BMAT. If you're interested in those videos, then please find them on my channel. If you have any questions at all, then please put them in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer them. All that's left to say is thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video and for subscribing. I hope to see you next time.